Hey coaches, what's going on? Coach Tim here with another video. And as you can see, we got new scenery. My youngest daughter wanted my office and I gave it to her. So I decided to move my whiteboard downstairs in my man cave that I'm designing. So um, as you can see, guys, I'm not trying to advertise Coca-Cola. It's just a part of my man cave and all that good stuff. But guys, listen, I got a really good video for you guys on today. I'm going to give you my top 10 tips on running the beast formation. And guys, listen, if you was to come into my office and you wanted to implement the beast formation, these are the first 10 things that I would tell you, or these are the 10 principles that I will give you right off the bat. And then I'll begin to go deep diving into each one of these principles. So what I want to do, guys, is give you basically a overview of the top 10 things that I would do if I'm installing the beast formation. All right, so let's get into it. So guys, first and foremost, when you are installing the beast formation, you have to think about it this way. The beast formation really comes from the family of single wing formations, okay? And the success or failure of the beast formation is going to be predicated on how good your team can block, how effective have you coached your team into blocking. Your goal coming into the season, if you plan to run the beast formation, is to be the best blocking team in the league. So for me, I make it a duty and I tell my kids on day one that I don't care if you are a offensive guard or you the quarterback or you the running back or wide receiver, you have to be a blocker and be great at blocking. And so I hit that home day one and make sure the boys buy into being a phenomenal blocker on my team and in my program. Then number two, and I see this mistake happen all the time, especially in Little League, is that sometimes we have a tendency as youth football coaches to use maybe one or two players, our best two players, to run the ball. What I do is I teach multiple running backs how to run the beast formation, and I have a rotational system. If you lack depth on your roster, do your best to try to at least have three kids run the ball, okay? It's going to help you. It's going to help manage fatigue. It's going to help manage morale. It's going to help throw defenses off if you have players that's faster than others, stronger than others, more balanced, more shifty, more elusive. So for me, in my system, I'm running at least four, but I had 8 on my roster that I ran last year. So, I had 8 running backs, and I was very intentional in doing that because I wanted to be able to have the versatility to be able to dominate games based on who's hot and who's not. Some games, my quarterback was the hot player. Other games, my second running back was the best player. Then other games, my fourth or fifth running back was the best player. So if you have kids who are skill positions, train them to run in these positions. And I hate to kind of get on the rant, but whatever you do as a coach, don't just get stuck on running one player or two players, okay? Be a coach and develop your other players who may not be as naturally talented. Be a coach and develop these kids, okay? If you have them on your roster, don't just have them take up space. Train them to be good runners or at least average runners, okay? And you can get away with having multiple backs running the beast, all right? That's my rant on that. All right, so make the beast your primary formation, okay? And this is another one that you guys may be like, man, hogwash, screw this guy, whatever. Listen here. I know that a lot of you guys use the beast formation to complement your other formations. You may be running double wing or spread or whatever, and then you will switch into a beast. I challenge you to use the beast formation as your primary formation and then wrap anything else around that. Why? Because the beast formation is such a dominant formation, guys, that you can totally manhandle teams even if you got an average talented team, you can manhandle defenses by running the beast and control the clock. You can dictate things with running the beast. And then once teams begin to get really insecure in their ability to stop the beast formation, then you can open up things. That's what I do, guys. Guys, I got over 80 plays over the years of coaching. I got over like 80 plays that I use. I can go spread if I want. I can go double wing. I can go wing T if I want. I can do many things, but guess what? I start with the beast formation, and then I begin to do other things. I may go single back formation. I may go double wing formation. But start with the beast, and let's see what happens. I challenge you to see what happens. All right, number 4. Put your dogs at tight end. In other words, put one of your most physical, like defensive tackles or defensive ends who may not be able to run the ball in your league. Like in my league, if you're over 140 pounds, you can't run the ball. But we got some really talented kids over 140 pounds who is physical, right? So I put like my most physical defensive player at tight end because what he got a tendency to do is he loves to blow up the smaller guys. Because usually if you got a defensive end that's maybe like 150 pounds, and that's really an athlete, but he can't run the ball because of league restrictions, he can still get out there on those tight ends and those defensive ends and just blow kids up and go second level or third level. So put your dogs at tight end, guys. Or on the edges, period. Just put your dogs on the edges. All right, number 5. And I got a whole video on this one. Use Audibles, guys. Listen, the success of our team is using Audibles, okay? We may not change our formation variation up, but our blocking schemes and where we run may be completely different, and it throws teams off in the beast formation. Because the beast is such a dominant formation, a lot of teams will start to over-adjust, and that's when you can call Audibles within your system to throw things off. And if you want to know more about Audibles, I just tell you to just look at my catalog of other videos, and I got a few videos talking about how I do my Audibles, okay? All right, number 6, and this is my big one, guys. You want to put players on strength training programs or strength training plans. In other words, instead of just doing your traditional warm-ups and stretches and all of that, do your research and do strength training exercises and core strengthening exercises with your team. The stronger your team is, the more dominant they will be in the beast formation if you teach them how to block, right? The stronger they are, the more they're able to hold on to their blocks, the more they're able to blow up kids, make your kids strong. That's the secret sauce, guys, to this. I'm very intentional with using CrossFit, strongman, military drills. I'm real big on doing different strength and explosive exercises with my team, as well as endurance exercises where my players are using their own body weight. And we using, 60 and 70 pound pads where they have to carry 60 yards and stuff like that. And I coach 11 and 12-year-olds. You want to make sure that, of course, if you're coaching a smaller team, you want to go down on the weight. But you'll be surprised at the ability that your team will have if you put them on a great strength regimen, especially if you're running the beast. Your line will be like a brick wall, and you will literally be watching on film the way your team is blowing up players because they're just stronger. They're just stronger than everybody else. So if you got any questions about what I do, feel free to ask me or send me a message, and I'd be more than happy to share what I do. I'm working on a few videos, guys. I got that coming down the pipe, but definitely do your homework and make sure your kids are strong. Number 7, use tempo. Guys, if you use tempo running the beast, man, it's going to be tough for defenses to adjust. It's already going to be tough if you don't do tempo. Like last year, we really didn't do tempo. We just, got in our huddle and lined up and just dominated. I mean, we was putting up 50, 60. We put 70 points up in our championship game. Over 70 points. So I'm planning to use more tempo this year. You use tempo, and I guarantee you guys, again, if your blocking's right, if you got audibles built in this system, you are going to be hard to beat in the beast formation. All right. All right, number 8, run where you have numbers and more grass. Okay, guys. Again, I talk about this in other videos, but one of my philosophies is I like to run where I know I got more numbers. Usually it's going to be on the play side. I also like to run where I got more grass. In other words, where there's more open field to run, guys. Sometimes I got more numbers than open field, together on one side. But sometimes the team adjusts where I don't have more numbers, but I have more yards on the weak side. That's when we call audibles, guys. Either way, guys, you're giving yourself a ton of leverage and advantage, guys, when you live and die by this philosophy where you got more numbers and more grass. And guess what? When you take advantage of running where there's more numbers and more grass, it opens you up for play action passes, guys, which I love. We had plays, guys, where we just did tight end pop passes where our tight end will basically block for maybe 2 seconds, and then he'll just go for a go pass and be wide open. They don't even see it coming, guys. Also, if you get into like a wide formation, our wide variation, you can do the same thing. You can have one of your beast backs come across like they're doing a jet, fake the jet. You can either hit him on some type of wheel route, or again, you can throw it to that tight end or one of your other beast backs on a goal route or a wheel route and be wide open, guys. One of my biggest pass plays that I ever had in 13 years of coaching was last year, where my quarterback hit my beast back on a go pass, and it was like almost like an 80-yard reception. It was crazy. It was crazy. So definitely use the beast to set yourself up for wide open passes, guys. And make sure your players know how to catch too. That's important, because sometimes when you are passing the ball, and let's say your player dropped the ball, teams begin to kind of slowly adjust. So just be careful with that, all right? And the last thing, number 10, learn from other coaches, guys. Learn from other coaches. This is so important, guys. Listen, I've been coaching Little League for 13 years, and I'm finally in a place where I'm going up the ladder, okay? But the relationships that I built with getting to know other coaches, understanding their philosophy, chopping it up with even some of you guys, it's invaluable. Like if I wanted to go to the high school ranks, I can talk to some of you guys, and y'all can surely get me on. It's a relationship thing, guys. Build relationships with other coaches. Now, I'm going to warn you guys. Build relationships with coaches who want to build relationships with you, who's willing to share their knowledge with you. Every coach not willing to do that. Some coaches get intimidated at your success. They see you as a challenge or intimidation. Don't tell me how I know. I got some stories with that. Be willing to learn. I run the beast different from other coaches. There's other coaches who run the beast. Blocking schemes are different, runnings are different. But don't be afraid to learn. That's what this is about, guys. If you're really in this thing as a coach and you want to be a good coach, you got to be in it for the kids. You got to be in it for the kids and to develop the kids. If you're in it just to win, the good coaches are going to peep that. My thing is, I don't get paid to do what I do, right? So my whole thing, guys, is I want to just share with you the knowledge that I have so you can be successful wherever you stay, right? If you're not in my league, and even some of the coaches in my league will tell you, I'm one of the most generous guys out there. If you want to know how to run something or how I did something, give me a call. Come to my house. Let's barbecue. I'm like that because I feel like, I do this for the kids. I don't do this for fame, fortune, notoriety, and all of that stuff, right? And it's all about the kids. And be careful with being around coaches where it's not all about the kids, guys, because you got a lot of guys out there who don't have the kids' interests at heart, or they have jealousy, or they don't want to see you shine, or whatever the case may be. Whatever they got to whatever they're dealing with, stay away from those kind of people, guys. They're toxic and they're dangerous. All right. So, guys, that's it for this video. It went a little longer than what I expected. I knew that it was gonna, be a little lengthy, but I wanted to give you guys a lot of value in this video. And guys, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to my channel, guys, as I continue to expand my journey as a coach. And guys, I got a lot of things I'm doing. I wish I could share it with you right now, but I can't. But please stick with me. I promise you, I got so much just invaluable information that I'm about to share with you guys to make your programs better. And also, if you haven't already, download my free Beast Formation playbook. Just go down to the description below, copy and paste the link to my group, my Facebook group, and the free playbook is in there and it's all yours, guys. No strings attached. All right. Again, this is Coach Tim. And guys, remember, be great and have fun. Peace.